Hey people, welcome to the Friday stream. It is 5:15 p.m. Hope you're all doing well. It is April the 10th. Already a third of the way through April. And I think it's around 7-8 degrees or so here in downtown Toronto. Overcast, kind of gloomy. It was rainy earlier, but hopefully we'll not get rained on as I continue streaming through the evening. The forecast says no rain, but you know how that always goes, right? So I'm kind of expecting the exact opposite, but maybe we'll luck out and I won't get rained on. Hello Chantel, welcome. Hello Rebecca and Zach. Hello Ida, Alan K. Hello Greg, Fast Rick. Simon, Leo, hello. Good to see you all. What's up, Billy T? First Last. Hello, Mark. What's up, Cam and Jillian? So I'm thinking I'm going to walk over the Don Valley into the East End. Maybe I'll walk over the Bloor Viaduct and we'll make our way along Danforth Avenue. Hey Rebecca, $2 right off the bat in honor of this month's membership from Debs. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying your membership. Thank you also to Debs for gifting it. Cheers to the support, Rebecca, much appreciated. Hello, Colette. Welcome to the stream. If it rains, I guess, right? I didn't bring my umbrella. I just figured, whatever. I hate carrying around an umbrella, you know, as you all know. Navendat, $4.99. You can have a great Friday walk. You'll be lurking. You're model building. That sounds fun. I used to do a lot of model building myself back in the day. And Mojo also with a super chat, $2. Please trade Matthews. You're talking about hockey? I think you're talking about hockey. Thank you very much to Nav and Dat and to Mojo. Much appreciated to both of you. Thank you very kindly. Hello, No Clue. Stig Lash, Yvonne Atherton. Jason. Yeah, everyone. Got a lot of people popping in here. Creative Mistress is here. Jada, hello, hello. Rakzik. Julie Matthews, watching from the UK. Steglash, maybe I already said that. Transit Mobile Scooter, hello. Got a good crowd right off the bat here, over 100 people already. The radar looks clear. Yeah, let's hope it's a rain-free stream here. Hello, Stewie, welcome. And Transit Mobile Scooter with a $2 super for a good walk. Thank you very much as well, Transit Mobile Scooter. I think it'll be a good walk. Get a little East End action. We're on the east side of downtown right now. This is Cabbage Town. We've got Parliament Street right up ahead here. Some awesome old row houses. All the different colors, you know. They should do this more often. That might be too big, Rakzik. Some of the skinny sidewalks in Toronto might not handle that. No Name Chips 3 for $5. Hey, thanks, Chantel. I'm always on the lookout for some good snack deals. Got Cam here also. And Alex. Yeah, hello back to all of you. Hannah. Anyone I might have missed, hello back. Alright, we're going to walk along Parliament Street, make my way north here. How was my day? I didn't really do much today. It was kind of gloomy and rainy earlier, so I just stayed in. Watched a bunch of YouTube videos, as usual. Watched a bunch of tutorials on how to use synths, you know, like 80s synthesizers. I kind of find myself becoming interested in that lately. Hello, Lena. Depeche Mode style. Hello, other Jillian. If you want to get all those old synths, you're going to pay a pretty penny, man. Some of them are only available for 2 or 3 years, and then they went out of production, and now they cost like thousands upon thousands of dollars. And they're only manufactured in small numbers too. Yeah, Moog, those are cool. Hey, Quad Mods. Is that right? Paul's Boutique? Which is a Beastie Boys song as far as I know. Carlton. Carlton. Let's do the Carlton. Hey, Mr. Adam's Apple. Johnny G's Brunch and Jazz. How come I never noticed this before? It says established in 1975. How did I not notice this before? Live jazz? Has this always been here? Has it been here since 1975? I must have walked past here hundreds of times. How did I not notice it? Nip in for a pint. What street we started on was Gerard Street. Now we're on Parliament. Yep, Cabbage Town. Old Cabbage Town. Aberdeen Avenue. I always thought this was a really neat little side street here. Further up there's some really nice old row houses, and you got this neat little apartment building here. Hey, Chris Mills. Just looking through the chat. I have a feeling I might have missed a few things. My bad if I did miss, you know, some hellos and that sort of thing. Hey, Michael Strathmore. Does it look like it's jiggling? I don't really see it on my end. What's up, Paulo? I think those row houses were getting turned into a like affordable housing or something along those lines. Hey, the color purple. Yeah, I don't notice any jiggling here. I have noticed before, you know, in the past when it would do that, and I would always try to fix it, but this time it looks pretty stable to me. Sometimes I just have to adjust how the phone is sitting in the gimbal. Hey, Chantel, $3. Thank you very much, Chantel. The support is much appreciated, Chantel. I'll put that towards something yummy. Some people say it looks smooth, other people say it looks like it's jiggling. Well, to me it looks smooth, so I'm just going to go with that. The boutique has been a member for 17 months. Hey, awesome. Thank you, the boutique, and thanks for letting me know. And Danube, 1090 Riel. Thank you again, Danube, for all of your awesome support. Hope you enjoy the walk tonight. Or it will be night anyway. Guess we're still late afternoon right now. I don't think it gets dark until around 8 p.m. now. That's pretty good. Mike Landry. with a $2 super. Welcome, Mike. And good to have you, Mike, as usual. Hope you also enjoy the walk. Yeah, I thought I'd just not shave and see what happens, you know. Let's just dispense with the shaving for a week or two and we'll see what I look like. I'll shave the neck. Hello, hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good, good.
I just shaved the neck though. I don't like having a neck beard, so that part I can still shave. Maybe I'll cross to the other side. Cross on over to the other side. We're at Wellesley Street. I look like a Q. Well, the K Continuum is right next door to the Q Continuum. There's no beginning and no end. Up utterly free. Girl brushed pink. Welcome to the stream. Over 200 people. 18 minutes in, walking north up Parliament Street. I'm going to walk over the Bloor Viaduct. It's going to be windy. Hello, Mo. Hope you're doing well. It's a bridge. It's just sort of a type of bridge. They're like suspension bridges, which is another type of bridge. Hey, Dale Melnichuk. Busy, right? Along here right now. Bus after bus. Dale Melnichuk with a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you very much, Dale. As we walk past a spooky old cemetery here. Thank you very kindly, Dale, for the support. Very much appreciated. hello, Rochelle. This is St. James Cemetery. I went inside there not too long ago and just took a peek, you know. It's one of the oldest cemeteries in Toronto. Wing Zero. John Nicholson is here. What's up? Oh, your father is laid to rest here at St. James Cemetery. Is that right, Mo? I was looking at some of the gravestones in there when I went inside that time, and some of them date back to like the early 1800s. Hey, East Cypher. Walk past St. James Town there. Hey, it's Ready Eddie. How's it going? I'm good.
Really? That's funny, but it's good to see you. I feel like things going well?
Yeah, things are good. You know, it's finally starting to warm up, sort of. You know. Yeah. Yeah. How about you?
Things are good. Yeah, I haven't done walk tubing in like a month, so I figured why
Oh
not
wow.
today.
Okay, yeah.
Go long walks and
Nice.
see what happens, yeah.
Heading downtown then.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hope it goes well. Yeah. How long you been streaming?
48 minutes.
Okay, I just started like 20 minutes ago. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone can continue. I'm gonna let him go on his way because I gotta go that way.
And this is Ready Eddie. I'm sure.
Hey, everyone.
I'm sure a lot of you know this guy, right?
All right.
All right. Have a good stream. See you later.
We awkwardly walk 10 feet ahead together, anyways.
Right. See you later. And then. All right.
Have a good East End trip, Ken.
Yeah. Have a good downtown journey.
All right, see you later.
Adventure.
Bye,
See ya. No, we're heading away from downtown. My last few streams were kind of around downtown, so I thought this time I would, you know, go to a different part of the city. Hey, Johnny Miniatures, hello. Sherry Brown. And Robert Graziano. Yeah, he did go up there, didn't he? Hello, Darlene. Rosedale Valley Road down there. Kind of a long way down. We're not on the viaduct yet, but we're heading in that direction. It just sort of starts around here. It doesn't really go over the Don Valley until a bit further up though. We're going over the Rosedale Valley right now. Christian Hansen. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. When the going gets rough, the rough get going. Hey, hey. Just traffic, traffic, traffic right now. Hey, Mark M. Alan K, $2. Happy actual Friday. That's right. It's not the Friday Eve of days gone past. This is actual Friday. Thank you very kindly, Alan K. Much appreciated. Actual Friday. So you got the Rosedale neighborhood over there. See, like the Bloor Yorkville skyline over here. Does there exist a National Streamers Day? Not that I know of. Long light. I could have just walked past here like without any problems, you know, but I stood here like a doofus for no reason. Because the sign said stop. All right, we're going to walk over the viaduct here. It's not like I haven't done this many times before, but you know, we're going to do it again. I think it's been a while since I walked over it when we still had daylight. I think it's always been dark for the last several months anytime I would walk over it. So Prince Edward Viaduct. So I guess you could say the first sort of daylight walk over the viaduct in a long time. Jawbreaker is a cybernetic organism. I always suspected Jawbreaker. Hello, Joseph. You could probably maybe figure out why they have these signs here, right? Without getting into the gory details. That's also why they have these barriers. These never used to be here. Like if you go back in time like 15, 20 years, these barriers were not here. Hey, Woodstock. What's up, 315 Tricky? Here's a subway going underneath. The subway line runs right underneath the road surface. There's like a structure underneath that supports the subway trains. Michelle, National Streaming Day. There actually is a National Streaming Day, for real? Well, what do you know? See Strides Land, yeah, once we turn this way. See Strides Land right there. That is Strides Land. Wow, you can also see One Delisle from here. That new condo at Yonge and St. Clair. It's very tall now. All right, Rebecca, enjoy the lurking. I think we're going to get a nice view showing why they call this highway the Don Valley parking lot. A major expressway running through the Don Valley. Hello, Nemius. You're welcome to watch, but you know, don't spam the chat. Does this thing work? I don't think these things even work anymore. I don't think that thing has worked in like 20 years. Hey, Jasmine and Yunyun wa Yumi, wa Yuni, hello. Phone is focusing on the wires instead of on the skyline. Hello, Brian. Gee, why do they call it the Don Valley parking lot, I wonder? Look at that. As the subway train hurtles underneath us, carrying probably as many commuters as you can see in this shot inside their cars sitting in traffic right now. Hello, Bath. That's true, Matt. A lot of these commuters have no choice, right? I mean, there are GO trains. A lot of them could be taking GO trains, to be honest, but they choose the convenience of driving, you know, for reasons. There are a lot of reasons why people choose to drive, obviously, even if there are other options. But there are GO trains that can take you to the same place that a lot of these cars are going up the Don Valley. There's a GO train line that runs right through the Don Valley, and there it is. There it is right there. So some people have opted to take that train right there instead of driving, right? So they're moving faster than the cars are, at least. They're going back to the suburbs mostly, or some outer parts of the city. Bit of a skyline view here. Yeah, we saw the tower. Get to the tower. Get to the tower. There it is. Get to it. And I think there's a kind of a view here, but the trees, you know. Obviously, the best view in these parts of the skyline is at Riverdale Park East. We're over the viaduct. No, I don't do that first last. I don't really see the point. I might get the Pocket 4 eventually, probably not like right away. My Pocket 3 still works just fine, so I'll just keep using it until it starts, you know, malfunctioning. Every once in a while it acts up a little bit, you know, but it's nothing to worry about, I don't think. Whoops, okay. Didn't see this car coming, jeez. They sneak up on you. Hey, Felicity's here, hello. Ay, ay, ay. I'm walking here.
Sorry. Father,
all right, now it should be smooth walking here. I see SG has graced us with their presence.
He's broker guy.
Yeah, you gotta let us know, Felicity. Felicity's going to be doing a live stream.
yeah, I do too.
Cookies and Chaos. What an awesome name for a channel, right? A baking channel, food related channel. Got a band or a group, an artist called Microwave.
down the road. We'll get you.
And tonight, that is who's playing here.
People always say
Until you have it in front of you, it's like a bad relationship. Change, then it never happens.
All right, it's certainly a lot more peaceful now that we're away from all the traffic, right? Walking over the viaduct and all around that area. Looking to sort of stroll now. Don't have to keep looking out for oncoming vehicles.
So she's in EA?
Yeah.
Like permanently?
No, just on its
Hey, Jacques, hello. And Aaron Hockey. Got Chowdhury, Stephen Edwards, Howard Charco, Ella. Welcome to the stream. Getting close to 300 viewers now. We're walking along Danforth Avenue, heading towards Greektown. My favorite music venue in Toronto. I don't know. I haven't been to all of them, believe it or not. They're kind of like the Phoenix on Sherbourne Street. It's pretty cool. Hey, Tavain. Famous Master. Like the Danforth Music Hall we just walked past is also a really good one. There's like the Opera House, there's Lee's Palace, there's History, which is the newest one. And there's some smaller spaces like the Horseshoe, you know. Of course, Massey Hall, that's sort of in another category. But yeah, definitely Massey Hall. I have been there. Not to see a music act though. I went there to see a stand-up comedian. I have not seen a music act at Massey Hall. Yeah, the Phoenix is still going. The Velvet Underground closed down. Now there's a new place there that just opened. But I think it's more like a nightclub. I saw Mike Birbiglia. Is that his name? Mike Birbiglia? I think that's how you say it. That's who I saw at Massey Hall. Hello, Sonny. Welcome. What's up, John Rocks? Alright, we're in a Greek town. Got the Astoria. Got a place to throw away some hard-earned money. The Night Baker. Pizza always gets my attention. Hello, William Elliott. Hey, glad to hear you're home from the hospital. Hope you're feeling a lot better now. Hello, Gertish. Well, maybe it's just me, Barbarian, but I would say that giving your money to a psychic is pretty similar to just throwing it away, but that's just my opinion.
I always notice that once it's
Hey, Queen Victoria. James, glad you're enjoying. Urban Andrew, hello, hello. I don't believe you, Sonny. You're just talking crazy talk. Yeah, April Fool's is 10 days ago. You're a little late. A little late, Sonny. Oh no, I'll get a bad tarot reading. Oh no. If it's a free one, I don't really care. They can give me all the bad tarot readings they want if they're free. But I'm not paying for one, that's for sure.
So,
Yo. YouTube. You want to say what's up?
what you saying, bro?
On YouTube. We got 300 people watching, so you know.
Okay, 100 to 300 kilos. Do you see?
Yeah.
300 people are watching?
Yeah. Cheers, man. Cheers. Muzak. Stopped right in front of the Muzak. The youths love when they see a live streamer. The youths, they love a live streamer. Hello, Susie. How you doing? Hey, Ziggy Phoenix. Damon Washington at $10. I know you're late, but where are we headed? Well, you're not too late, Damon. We're heading east on the Danforth. That's pretty much all I know right now. At some point I'm gonna go south off of the Danforth, maybe up at like Coxwell. But I guess we shall see, but thank you for the very generous super chat, Damon, and welcome. Very kind of you and very much appreciated, Damon Washington. A great bakery on the north side. There's more good restaurants and whatnot along here than you can shake a stick at. I've been using that expression a lot lately, I find. There are a lot of things I've encountered lately where there's so many of them that you couldn't even shake a stick at them. Alright, we're at Pape. Welcome back, Chantel. Smells real good right here. What smells good, you wonder? That's what smells good. Enjoy your meal, Leo, and hello, Be Wild. And hello, Vivian. Muzak alert, Muzak alert. I'll just talk over the Muzak instead of muting the audio. But it's loud and it just goes on and on and on. Sunny. Not exactly. I have many bowls and many plates and many glasses and many saucers. I just tend to use the same one over and over again and then just wash it and reuse it. So most of them just sit unused in my cupboard, right? Those Utes got excited when they saw that I was streaming. I could see the look in their eyes. Hey, Mark Lang from a cold Melbourne, or Melbourne, I guess is how they pronounce it, right? Down under, Melbourne. Chantel, another super chat, $2. Thank you very much again, Chantel. That is very kind of you. And thanks again, and hope you're enjoying the walk. Well, I guess winter is just sort of approaching, you know, down in Melbourne. It can get chilly there, right?
know. He's like, I know from the inside. They're not even looking at the tickets. She's like, they're not even looking at the tickets. It's all looking at the
Jones. So we're still in Greek Town, but we're sort of coming out of it now. You know, I thought I wasn't possibly going to be streaming tonight because it looked like the forecast was saying it might be raining like all day Friday, including the evening, but thankfully it changed. So I thought, okay, I guess I can stream. I wasn't in the mood to stream in the rain, you know? So I was all ready to have a video ready to premiere tonight in case I decided not to stream, but I guess it all worked out in the end. Now I can premiere that video tomorrow. Here's a square boy. How do I spell the name of my favorite restaurant? Tai On Young? It's like T-H-A-I, Thai, then On Young, Y-O-N-G-E. Taqueria. Over an hour in, 340 concurrent viewers. And Jillian Scott, $5. Enjoy a couple of mug root beers on you. Well, how about that? I'm actually planning to buy some mug root beer right after the stream tonight. So that's exactly what I'll be doing. Thank you very much for the support. Very kind, Jillian Scott. You got it right. That's what I'm doing. So if you're just joining the stream, or maybe you're a first-time viewer, welcome to the channel. It would be great to have you come back as a regular, so you can do that by just hitting the subscribe, you know. No big thing. And if you do subscribe, you'll be able to come and say hi in the chat if you'd like. But if you do subscribe, also hit the notification bell. and you'll be notified when I go live, because I go live 3 times a week usually, and I post pre-recorded videos on my channel the other 4 days of the week. So yeah, come and say hi, hit all the buttons. Am I heading into Scarborough? No, I'm not going to go that far. I've seen this artist's work around town. Like, there's a spot downtown in an alley on Shooter Street where I can tell it's the same artist, has the same style. Lisa from the chat would probably know the name of that artist. Maybe it's up here. I think that's the name down there, but Indo-Canada Bakery. Got the burrito bros and the burger bros. They have a few other locations around town too. The burrito bros, not to be confused with the burrito boys, right? The boys versus the bros. It's like a burrito throwdown. Place your bets. Yeah, that's loud, right, Tiana? Hey, Picard is here. Tea, hungry, hot. Engage. Quite the sudden turn that car took. I've been doing the Picard thing for, I guess, as long as Picard has been in the chat. It's quite a few years. That's right, it all started here on this channel. Find the love. Gust of wind. Hasn't been windy really. That's why I've been sort of enjoying the walk. All of a sudden the wind just kicks up. I wonder where they got these big rocks from, you know? Let's just put a bunch of big boulders. You know, it's kind of neat. It's a good look, I think, but just like, yeah, we need some big boulders here. We'll just put them in front of the building, little apartment building. I wonder if I could lift any of these. Wonder if I could lift this one. I'm pretty sure I could lift this one. But that one, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell what that weighs, you know? Might weigh a couple 100 pounds. Hello, LAB. Hey, Cookies and Chaos has graced us. A brand new channel has entered the stream. Welcome, Cookies and Chaos. So if you're interested in watching cookies and chaotic type content, then, you know, check out the Cookies and Chaos channel. Only stoners live there. Well, congrats, Felicity, on getting your new channel sort of up and running. It exists anyway, right? It exists now. Now you just have to start making the content. At least it's not called Queen of the Goddamn Chaos or something like that. Yeah, former movie theater. Too bad it's not a theater still, right? Got a Tim Hortons. Queen of the Goddamn Kitchen. Yeah, I guess that would work also. But I like to emphasize the chaos. Just sounds more fun. And I guess thanks for the sub also. Unless this channel is linked to your other channel, maybe. But if it is a new channel and you had to sub in order to come and say hi in the chat, thanks for that. Sometimes you can have another channel linked with an older channel, and you just sort of switch back and forth between them, right? Oh, sweet. Cosmic Pizza and Donair. Check out that rocket ship there. Space travel and pizza. What an awesome combination. Still not at 31.9, yeah. I need a little help getting up to 31.9. So by all means, subscribe away, anyone who hasn't subscribed yet. Hello, Bath. Looks like the Oracle Center did not survive. They could not foresee the failure of their business, I guess. But, you know, it's still sad that a business closed down. All the best to them. I don't like to see vacant storefronts. HB Entertainment. It's not really warm, no. It's like maybe 7-8 degrees Celsius. We are continuing along the Danforth here. That's true, at least I'm not sweating. I'm quite comfortable, actually. I'm not cold, I'm not hot. I do have a glove on my gimbal holding hand because it is still a bit chilly to be bare-handing it, you know, especially when the wind kicks up. Yes, all are welcomed here in the Continuum. This car is turning. Go ahead. They're sort of waiting for me to go, and I was waiting for them to go. I should have just went, but I just decided to give them the nod. In case you missed it. The Canadian standoff, yeah. Look at this little side street here. Like a little narrow little residential street. Craven Road, that's why. This is kind of a weird street here. Craven Road. I might come back and do a video of this. The street is kind of notable for being unusual. Maybe I'll just take a peek, but I won't go the whole way down. Maybe I'll save it for like a video. But if I've piqued your interest, maybe now you'll be more likely to watch that video if I do make it. I think I did a video of Craven Road like over 5 years ago when my channel was still pretty new. I haven't done one since then. Turn around now. Turn around, Bright Eyes. Psychotherapy hub. Every now and then I fall apart. Strawberry Field Ferry. I'm wearing my hoodie with a few layers underneath. It's quite comfortable. Hey, what's up, Capo? Alright, here's Coxwell. Coxwell Avenue. I think this is where I'm going to head south here. We'll get off of the Danforth. I'll go south. And then we'll go east again towards downtown. Maybe I'll walk through Little India along Gerard Street. the signal. Sometimes the signal in these parts can get a bit dicey. Seems okay. Maybe I'll spare you all my Coxwell joke. I think I've done that a few too many times. Hello, DBL Vision. Hey, welcome. That was a little wee car back there, right? It was just a wee car. Do they still make those? Was that like a smart car? Is that what they were called? They were sort of like a fad for a while, right? Then you didn't see them that much anymore. Yeah, there's so many Coxwell jokes you could come up with, right? No, I still have some Rouse sauce. I still have 2 jars, actually. Oh, yeah. And that video you showed me was ridiculous. They didn't know what the heck they were even doing. Why should we listen to anything they have to say? They clearly don't know what's good and what's not good. I haven't tried the Walmart brand though. Maybe I'll have to try some. The Great Value Marinara at Walmart. Pasta sauce. I might have to try that. Butterflies on the fence. I thought you said butterflies are free. Which is a really neat movie that I saw a long time ago. Butterflies are free. Goldie Hawn kind of back in her prime, I guess, her early movie roles, one of her first movie roles. Hey BG, hello. It's Hanson Street. Bop. Favorite rock and roll picture of all time? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever thought about my favorite rock and roll picture. I've seen a lot of rock and roll pictures in my time. Like if album covers are included, that opens up a whole other list of possibilities. Yeah, like the Abbey Road album cover. That's a picture. Linda McCartney took a lot of neat pictures in the 60s before she got together with Paul, and afterwards too. There's that famous picture of Jim Morrison with his shirt off, you know, with his arms sort of held up at his sides. That's very rock and roll. Hey, Mr. Majestic. Yeah, that's true. A picture, a portrait. Lots of different categories. All the best with your new contract, Felicity. Three months, yeah, that will go by pretty quick, right? Hey, Sal Smith is here. Coxwell Stables. I wonder how old that is. I bet you it's getting up there. Mr. Majestic, yeah, I read that in some of the comments of this pasta tasting video that Felicity showed me, where people were saying Rouse got bought by Campbell's and now it's not as good anymore. But I don't know, I never had it before, so to me it tastes really good now. So if it tasted even better before, like wow, I mean, to me it's so good right now. I've only tried the marinara. I haven't tried any other kind. Maybe I'll cross. Let's cross Coxwell. It's like the Abbey Road crosswalk here. It costs more than Classico, but to me it tastes way better than Classico. Maybe that's why it costs so much more. A hunka burning love. What's up, math doctors? Alright, we're going to get a little more interesting here. This stretch of Coxwell was a bit dull, but it livens up here, and then we turn onto Gerard Street and it gets a lot more interesting. There used to be a Dollar Tree and a Dollarama on this strip here, but the Dollar Tree closed down. And I never ever went to it. I was a bit curious. Never got around to it. But apparently Dollarama is better, way better than Dollar Tree as far as dollar store chains go. I think a lot of Americans, when they're visiting Canada, go to Dollarama just because it's so much better. What's up, Slack Wolf? Even though nothing costs $1 anymore at Dollarama, except maybe like a chocolate bar you might be able to get for less than $1, right? Last time I looked anyway. Which is probably the best deal you're going to get for a full-size chocolate bar now, less than $1. A hunka burning love. ice cream. Harry's. Doctor, I have cockswell in a variety of different ways. Please help me. All right, I'm going to check out Little India. What's up, crikey? Where are we, you were wondering? There's your answer. Hey, Diva Tequila. This place is in need of a tenant. What was in there before? Might have to look at an older stream or something. Here's Craven Road again, though. We've encountered more Craven Road here, looking north this time. And it continues on. Some vegetarian place was there. That makes sense. I think most of the places here are vegetarian, right? BJ Supermarket. No comment. It's empty though, for lease now. There's a joke in there somewhere. This pink building has always caught my eye. It smells really good. Everything smells good here. And it's hard to tell where it's coming from because it's coming from everywhere. The good smells are coming from everywhere. Check out this place. Chickpea roti, that's what you meant to say? Yeah, I love that. Yeah, this is making me crave Indian food big time, which is one of my favorite foods, right? But I don't have it all that often, to be honest, but I should. I should have it more often. A couple of empty spaces here. Up ahead is where the dueling Desi burgers are. And we got another pink building. Is there any other commercial street or stretch in Toronto that has two pink buildings? Here's the Battle of the Burgers, Burger House, and the dueling Desi burgers. Desi burger number 1 and Desi burger number 2. It's always been a curiosity to me. And Jenny's place. There's the Lahore Tikka House. Probably the best known restaurant here. I've never been inside Desi Burger, so I don't know what's on the menu exactly. Tom Seeley. It's a Donair place right here. What's up, hey Dudette? Yeah, the Artemis will be returning to Earth.
Music playing?
Hopefully the re-entry goes smoothly, right? So that was Little India. Now I smell popcorn. There's nothing little about India. That's true, both in geographical size and in population. That's a throwback, Tom, to an old short of mine, right? The dude in Kensington Market. Sounded like Jeff Spicoli when he talked. All right, we just crossed at Greenwood. Hey, Alicia. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, happy Friday. Even though weekends don't really mean anything to me the way they used to, I still feel a bit happier on Fridays. I guess it's just sort of imprinted onto my brain now. Hey, Mammy True, hello. So we're walking west on Gerard Street towards downtown. Still a ways to go before we get downtown. Just past 2 hours. Hope you're all enjoying the walk. Still got a lot of daylight. I'm enjoying these longer days, that's for sure. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Come and say hi if you want. Hit the subscribe if you do want to come and say hi. And hit the notification bell if you do subscribe. And you can catch another stream. I do these 3 times a week. And every other day of the week I post a pre-recorded video. So basically every single day there's a new walk you can check out on the channel here. I'm glad you're enjoying Alex. Hello, Imran. Welcome. And Jefferson is here. Hello. This little library is smoke-free. Anything good in here? Once Were Warriors. That's a pretty famous book. A Town Called Solace. I've heard of that one too. No Playboys, nope. Only hustlers. Hey, Tom Seeley. $5. Thanks for the walk, Ken. Do I ever worry that Toronto is losing too much historical architecture? Sometimes, but not too often, honestly, because nowadays most of the notable historic buildings have heritage status. And a lot of developments that might include other historical buildings often preserve part or all of the building, right? It seems to be more of a thing of the past with losing old heritage structures to redevelopments than it is these days. It still does happen from time to time, but I'm not too concerned with it. Facadism is okay with me when they preserve the facades of old buildings instead of tearing them down completely. And it usually turns out looking pretty nice in the end, so yeah. It could be worse, could be better, but it could be way worse. Thank you very much, Tom Seeley, for the super chat. Much appreciated. The serious doormen need to lighten up. Toronto's not historic to begin with. Well, that's not really true. I mean, by Canadian standards, it's pretty historic, right? There's a large stock of buildings in the city dating from the mid-19th century, right? That's historic for us. Maybe not compared to Europe, but it's still historic for us. And even in Europe, you know, a lot of the cities aren't as old as they appear to be. I mean, they might have been founded, you know, hundreds or thousands of years ago, but a lot of the structures aren't as old as you would think they are. The cities have been torn down and rebuilt so many times over the ages. Conquered and conquered again, and destroyed and rebuilt. And the wars, you know, all the destruction from the world wars, where they had to rebuild the cities again. So a lot of the buildings you see in these old European cities aren't that much older than what we have here in Toronto, you know. You do have some surviving older structures, obviously, that date from way back when, and some other cities that escaped destruction, which are truly old, you know. Like, they do exist, obviously. Right, crossing Jones Avenue. Smokers Mart. They're just getting right to the point there. They're like, hey, if you're a smoker, this is the store for you, man. We're not afraid to admit it. Come to Smokers Mart. But it also says your independent milk retailer. I hear some Mexican music. Mine maze. That's right. What is this? It just says private. I take it it's a restaurant. What does the sign say? Package delivery, yada yada yada. Geez, these blinds are in rough shape here. Holy cow. Is there like a fire in there or something? Like all melted. There must have been like a fire or something inside there. Never noticed that before. Gerard Street. I like this stretch here of Gerard. It has some character, you know. Here's the Gerard Square Mall. Let's see if I can get past this truck before it goes. I had to make eye contact with him to make sure he saw me crossing, you know. He gave me the nod, so I was like, okay, I can go. Hey, Shannon Baker. There's the mall. I wonder if that cute security guard is working tonight. She kicked me out when I was trying to stream inside there. Very nicely, you know. She was very nice about it. Here's the Maple Leaf Tavern. It's kind of like a landmark. Most underrated mall in Toronto. Yeah, and also the Dufferin Mall. I think they both are, you know. And I also got kicked out of the Dufferin Mall when I was trying to stream through there. Hey, there's a train. Go train spotted. We'll see it again. There it is again. DJ Dynamo. Yeah, I suppose so. What's up, crying hippie? The Duffer Mall is packed. Yeah, it's busy. That mall is doing very well, you know. Yeah, I can see the tower. Barely. Can barely see the tower. That's right, Jasmine. A honk, a burning love. Although that was the streetcar honking. They usually honk for a really good reason, the streetcars, right? It's a justified honk almost every time. Did I ever see the band Velocity Girl? No. Never did. Here's the real jerk. Not to be confused with the cool jerk. What would you rather be, a real jerk or a cool jerk? That streetcar is moving. Sometimes they do move quickly.
That's how I feel.
Quad mods would rather be just the jerk. He hates those cans. you think a movie like The Jerk could be made now by a major Hollywood studio and be a box office success? Well, if they have to cut a few scenes, then there's no point. Who would play the Jerk in a new version? Yeah, good question. Steve Martin is a hard act to follow, you know, for a role like that. Not likely, Ella, not likely. Just get Steve Martin to play it again, yeah. He's looked the same for the last like 45 years. His hair went gray when he was so young. Actually, Ryan Gosling probably could play the Jerk, you know? I think he has the comedic chops for that. Split Ends, you mean the band? I like that song, I Got You, by them. I think that's a really good song. Alright, we're approaching East Chinatown, or just coming into it. Here's Degrassi High. Haha, just kidding. It's Degrassi Street, and this is a high school. So why isn't it called Degrassi High? I have no idea. That's a boring name, Eastdale Collegiate Institute. Come on. Degrassi High would be so much of a better name than that. James Arrow, Scotland. Hey. Gerard TV. I don't think that school was used or inspired in any way. I think it's just a coincidence that there happens to be a high school there on the corner of Degrassi Street. Because it started off as Degrassi Junior High. But they used a school in Etobicoke to shoot that show. Nowhere near here. Passions. Never watched any of those soaps, you know. When I was a kid though, my mom used to watch soaps, so I used to kind of sit there and have no choice but to see some of what was going on, like Days of Our Lives and General Hospital, The Young and the Restless. Never really got the appeal, you know. I did a video not too long ago walking along Degrassi Street where I talked about the show and some of the locations on that street or around that area that were used in the show. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, that video is on my channel. I've made a few different Degrassi related videos over the years. And when I was really little, my grandfather actually watched a soap opera called The Edge of Night. And he spent most of the day out in his work shed in the backyard of my grandparents' house. Like they were retired and all that, so he'd just be in his work shed making things like woodworking and that sort of thing. He'd spend most of his time back there. But then when it was time for The Edge of Night to come on in the afternoon, whenever it came on, like 2:30 or whatever in the afternoon, I don't know, my grandmother would get me or my sister Melissa to run out to his work shed to tell him that it was time for The Edge of Night, and he would rush inside to sit down in his comfy chair and watch his favorite soap opera. And if me and my sister said anything while he was watching, he would shush us. He'd go like, shh, listen, listen, listen. Because, you know, nothing could interrupt The Edge of Night. Listen, The Edge of Night is on, listen. Alright, we just turned onto Broadview. This is still East Chinatown. There's this record store I always notice. Sea Stone, $5. Ever go south in Ontario, Windsor, Sarnia, Grand Bend during the summer? The beaches are out of curiosity. Well, not since I've been doing the YouTube thing, but I have been down there a number of times over the years because I was born down in southwestern Ontario in a town called Wallaceburg, which is not too far from Sarnia and Chatham. It's sort of in between Chatham and Sarnia, so I spent a lot of time down in that area. But yeah, I haven't been down doing any YouTube videos or anything like that, though. Maybe one day I will. I have family, obviously, who still lives in the Wallaceburg, Chatham area. Some are in Windsor, some are in Sarnia now also. But thank you very much for the $5. Cheers, Sea Stone. Very much appreciated. I think it's been around 20 years since I've been to Wallaceburg, my birthplace. Quite a long time. Because since my grandparents passed away, I just haven't had as many reasons to go there. I would go there mainly to visit them. So it's been like over 20 years since both of my grandparents passed away. The last time I went there was for a family reunion, actually, in 2006. So yeah, 20 years ago. I still have lots of cousins, and aunts and uncles. What are the odds, right, Julian? Yeah, I think once the Northlander train is up and running, I'll probably take a ride, yeah. Take a trip, check it out, go up to North Bay. Not missing much. Wallaceburg is, you know, not the same place it used to be. I mean, it's still there, whatever. It's not dead or anything, but a lot of the spirit of the town, I think, has sort of died off over the years, you know. Here's Allen Street. Or Avenue, Allen Avenue. Hey, welcome back, Allen. Yeah, we're at Broadview and Dundas. Another streetcar honking. The streetcars honk usually when cars are doing things they're not supposed to be doing. Cars can't pass a streetcar if a streetcar is stopped to board or deboard passengers, but oftentimes cars just still drive right past, so the streetcar will honk, you know. Yeah, you might be onto something, Chantal. You might be onto something. Yeah, ex-Pelta, that's true. A lot of the times it's out-of-towners, right? A lot of out-of-towners don't know the rules. Alright, we're going back downtown now. I'm going to cross over the Don Valley again. There was a time when I wasn't out of towner. Yeah, that's true. But I was very familiar with Toronto way before I ever moved here. Hello, Mary Valencia. Hey, welcome. Hope you're doing well. And Jennifer Gala also, hello. Hello, Hallie Ellen. How many steps have I done so far? I'm not sure. I'm going to guess over 10,000. Maybe getting close to 15. Somewhere between 10 and 15. Hey, the traffic is moving. Last time we were walking over the Don Valley Parkway, it was a parking lot. It lived up to its nickname. Now it's actually moving. I've been to Detroit and Windsor, yeah. The mighty Don. Can I do a live stream in Detroit? You never know, right? I might do that one day. Like Wallaceburg, the town I was born, it's only a 10-minute drive from the border. You go over the St. Clair River on a little ferry. So you drive for about 10 minutes, you get to the river. You go over the river on a little ferry. And then you're sort of in the outer suburbs of Detroit, right on the other side of the river. So a lot of Wallaceburgians, or whatever they're called, Wallaceburgers, I don't know, would make the trip into suburban Detroit to go shop at some of the malls in suburban Detroit, right? We did that before when I was visiting. We went to Lakeside Mall in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Doesn't take very long, really, to get there from Wallaceburg. I think Lakeside Mall is a dead mall now. It used to be a busy, you know, big suburban mall. I think it's kind of dead now. What's up, secretly into dudes? Mark Allen Holmes, hello. I don't eat seafood now. What is this guy doing over here? Yeah, I heard they're gonna start up a shuttle to take people across Toronto Harbor or something like that. From further back, it looked like he was squatting, like he was about to do his business on the sidewalk or something. River Street. So we're in Regent Park now on the east side of downtown. Yeah, there are a lot of other things that are good for me that I can eat besides seafood. Hello, MA, welcome. There's a Circle K here now. Strange things are afoot. Nope, I don't eat fish. I'm a vegetarian, so that includes fish. Trademark Ken line, right? Hello, East Story. Yeah, Regent Park has a lot of stuff now, you know, lots of places to go. It's like a fully developed neighborhood now. It used to be like a food desert, you know, back in the day. Gerard TV. What's going on with the Artemis? Is it about to re-enter Earth's atmosphere? Did it do it? I think a lot of people might have started watching that, you know? A little more exciting than watching some guy walk around. 2 minutes, okay. Parachutes have deployed. Well, that sounds good. So we should be making radio contact again, right? So Artemis 3 is where the real fun begins, when people actually set foot on the moon again. $3 million people watching the NASA stream. Yeah. That's crazy. Imagine having 3 million people watching a live stream like this live stream. Imagine that. When I saw my numbers dip down, I knew the Artemis had stolen my thunder. I can't compete with that, man. I can't compete with that. The chat would be a black hole. What is going on over here? What is this? Kearney, holy moly, $15. The moon appears to shine and light the sky. You mean from space? Can't really see it here from the ground in Toronto at the moment. It's way too cloudy. But wow, thank you so much for the very generous super chat. Cheers, Kearney. And we got splashdown, so good news. Hopefully they're all right. I'm sure they're fine, you know. once the capsule is past that point, if it comes out the other side fully intact, chances are high that everyone's okay. What's going on here? Some sort of religious type thing is happening here. Cheers first last. My eyes look swollen. I'm just a bit tired, you know. My sleep wasn't the best. Kind of funny how whatever they're doing here at this church coincides almost exactly with the Artemis coming back to Earth. Like exactly at the same time, right? A coincidence maybe, or I don't know. Hey Choppy, hello. Is it a call for peace? Maybe, yeah. I'm not sure. That would be nice though, right? If it were. Oh, the Orthodox Good Friday. Okay, that's why. Thank you for pointing that out to me. It's just interesting how the timing of the bells tolling and their little ceremony coincided exactly with the Artemis re-entering the atmosphere and splashing down, you know? Like exactly. One giant leap for Ken kind. You were thinking the same, Jada? Yeah. Holy, holy moly! That assaulted my eardrum. I felt that, man. I felt that. I can do it too, see? Hey, look where we are. We're at Parliament and Dundas. Just about to hit 3 hours at the Freshco. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Nice round number, 3 hours. Go into the Freshco, grab a few things, and head on home. So thank you everyone for joining me tonight. It was a lot of fun. The rain held off. That's pretty much all I was asking for, was to not get rained on. And it was a lot of good times walking from downtown all the way into the East End along the Danforth, and then back downtown along Gerard Street, and a bit of Dundas here. So yeah, thank you to each and every one of you for watching and sticking it out even while the Artemis thing was going on. Hard to compete with that, but big thanks to all of those who watched both, maybe did double duty. So I hope to see you in my next live stream, most likely on Monday. Hey, right at the buzzer, Aaron Hockey, $5. Cheers humanity and Ken's awesome whistling. Thank you very much, Aaron Hockey. Thank you very kindly, Aaron. Cheers to you. And thanks to everyone else who sent support. Got a lot of very generous support tonight with the Superchats, Superstickers, PayPal donations. I got a few PayPal donations over the last couple of days. So thank you very kindly for all the awesome support. Now we got that. I don't think I can whistle like that. I don't think I can do that one. So yes, once again, thanks to all the awesome support to everyone, and thanks to the mods as well. Alan K, Vivian, I'm not sure if she popped in at one point or not. Maybe she did. I thought she did. And I'll be premiering a video tomorrow evening, a pre-recorded video, but there'll be a live chat, so around 7:15 tomorrow. Come and check that out. I'll be in the chat. Hope to see you there. Yeah, thanks to new subscribers, channel members, everyone. Good times. And welcome back to the astronauts. So until next time, I will continue. All right, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all in the next one. It was a long goodbye, yeah. Yada, yada, yada. All right, yoink.